What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Courtside Chats with me and Revolt Sports. As you can see, I'm not in my usual setup, but there's still so much to talk about from Game 3 of the finals. So without further ado, let's get right into it. As I told y'all, this Boston unit is super strong. I mean, Dallas was on their heels for most of the game. They went on that crazy 20-point run, but it wasn't enough to get the dub. In the final moment of the fourth quarter, things got super intense in Dallas. We saw Luka perform a really controversial block, which ended in him getting fouled out of the game. Look, Luka complaining to the refs and the way that he was behaving and the way he was like almost a defensive cone for most of the game was so detrimental to Dallas and is why they are on a 3-0 deficit in the NBA Finals. Even with that fourth quarter showing some of Boston's weaknesses, it wasn't enough for Dallas to pull through, and it's looking a little dangerous, like there might be a sweep in the NBA Finals. Let's talk about what the Mavs need to do to come back. Now, Kyrie said that he told Luka that he needs to play better, which he does, but not on the offensive end of things. We know Dallas has a great offense, but their defense was downright almost embarrassing against Boston in that Game 3. We need to see them step it up and be able to get some stops, and I just hope that they can pull out a win tonight, or else it's going to be a short finals. Now, listen, I don't know if this is a little controversial. Based on social media, y'all agree with me. Luka and the complaining to the refs has got to stop, especially when you're at danger of fouling out of the game. The way you treat the refs is so important to how they treat you. And as you can see that he's in a little bit of odds with his relationship with them, and wasting so much time getting back on defense, complaining to the refs, trying to get a foul on offense is why he's been such a defensive cone against Boston in this series. I know Kyrie's been saying that he has to play better, but Luka has to step it up mentally. Obviously, he's a great player. Everybody's got to have a fault at some point. God is fair. But I'm just saying, Luka, you got to get your head on straight or you're about to get swept in the NBA Finals. I saw a very interesting video talking about how Joe Mazzulla shows his team UFC fights to get them in gear to play in games in the finals. And he talked about specifically how them complaining to the refs are when they get punched. And I find that interesting that it seems like Joe Mazzulla, even though he's the youngest coach in the league, has his team so geared up to have their mind right, do the small things to win the finals. But it's seeming like Dallas is letting those small things slip through the cracks. And it doesn't look like that same great Western Conference team and that great Western Conference that I thought I was going to see in the finals. Y'all, for the plot, I'm not ready for the NBA season to end tonight. For the plot, Dallas, please, can we pull a game or two out? If they do, now, we'll talk about everything, but if they don't, we'll be discussing a sweep in the finals next time here on Courtside Chats. Thanks for watching.